All right, so now I'm just going to share a few thoughts about who we are. How many of you have heard the words AI in the last 2 years? Anyone over here? Who knows what AI is? Times Square, who knows what AI is? You guys up there, do you know what AI is? Yes? AI? Yes, all right. So my name is Kunal Sood. I'm the founder of Audacity AI, and I believe that we don't have technology or a resource problem. What we have here and now is a serious leadership problem. And the way we solve for that is we go inward, because I fundamentally believe with inner transformation, we can actually transform our world for a better future. Can we put the slides up, please? Okay, so that wasn't the first slide. Can we go back? Okay. Go back to the beginning. Is it? That's not the beginning. Okay. You know, there's a joke. Sometimes AV is harder than AI, and I do this for a life. So when we do our summits, we're like, getting the AV right is not the easiest thing on earth. But I want to start with the first question that matters the most here and now, which is, who am I? And this comes from an ancient text in India. When you ask yourself, who am I? You have to go inward. And once you go inward and understand who are you, then we can actually start to train AI. AI at this point is nothing but human intelligence. There's a lot of doom and gloom and doomsday protocols out there, but the truth is, all it's talking about is human intelligence. Is it working? I guess it's not working. AV, AI. A what? It's not working. Yeah, but it's not working. Come closer. Okay, let me go closer. They're asking me to come closer. I'm coming close. I'm coming closer. I'm getting a little nervous now because I'm going to fall off. Okay. Is it on? Okay, can we... Okay, let's go back to... Yeah. Does it work? Okay, good. All right. Sorry, you guys. I think it works now. Yes, it works now. Okay, so as we ask ourselves this question, we have to find out the first step of understanding this is sadhana. Loosely translated from India, that means self-discipline and something you do every day to culminate in inner transformation. You do that through yoga, you do that through breathing, you do that through good food and good information, good intention. The second step, The second step is finding your massive transformative purpose in this world. I found out that I enjoyed doing this a long time ago, which was making the impossible possible. I wouldn't recommend that for too many people. I would tell you guys to really find something that is in alignment with your work and vision. And you know, today it's not enough to be or think about being one of these extraordinary leaders, like some of these up here. You know, she went to space, the first woman from Iran to go to space. Mark Benioff, who started Salesforce. Peter Diamandis, who started XPRIZE. Martin Seligman, who started the positive psychology movement. What we have to do here and now is not just think about it, we have to train. So just like we train the AI, we've got to train ourselves in today's day and age to really become the leaders we need to see in our world. The most important question that we have to ask ourselves here and now is, who are we? And the truth is, why I ask myself this question every day is because of this. This still exists in our world. This is who we are. If you look at the world right now, this is us. This is us. And I don't know if I could go out into the world and be a better citizen unless we solve for this global grand challenge. Look at that photo. There are 3 kids, and the mother is washing her clothes in a pile of dirt, and this water is being used by the other mother to actually feed, bathe, and help her children live. When I was in the slums of Mumbai as a researcher, the one thing I learned is the greatest reason why kids under 5 died was because of waterborne diseases. And I would say that this is one of the most important things to pay attention to here and now, because no matter how much AI how much AI and technology we use, we have to be proud of who we are when we arrive at that singularity, and that means solving for these global grand challenges. Unlocking our human potential doesn't just mean creating a better world that has more powerful AI. It means really going within so that we can transform our world and solve for the global grand challenges that exist and plague the bottom billion here and now. Like Tenzin, there's so many of you out here that care about people that are less fortunate than us. How many of us care about the less fortunate? Or at least think about them, right? How many of us feel blessed over here that we can sit in Times Square, agree we're freezing, but the truth is we're here now and we're much better off than those kids in the slums of Mumbai? I want you to think about this because we have to really go into the next question, which is going to become the most important question of our lifetime, which is, who am AI? What happens when AI and humanity become one? What happens when we as human beings have to start serving something larger than ourselves and understanding something that's super intelligent that becomes a part of us, where AI and we become one species? The first pillar that I believe we must really adopt is seva. What is seva? It translates to a courageous life of service. And AI takes over again. Because AI doesn't want me to teach you this stuff as yet. Okay, wait. The second one is sangha. This is the most important pillar of AI, which is us, the community. How do we build an extraordinary, beloved, trusted community which we serve something that's larger than ourselves? Okay, guys. The third is sadhana, the thing that I told you about earlier on. The goal of sadhana is self-realization. In the age of AI, we're going to go into a super intelligent world, so the inner work and the discipline that we have has to train the AI we belong in. And that world is going to be largely trained by our own discipline, by our own consciousness. I believe here and now, our greatest global grand challenge isn't climate change. It's the inner climate. It's the consciousness within that we have to train to make our world better for us. And finally, it's Swadharma. It's finding that noble path and driving towards it so that as we train ourselves as humanity, we also train the models of AI. So the models of AI and us create this infinity loop of human potential meets AI. And I believe that is the greatest path towards liberation. So what am I trying to say here? I'm saying that we have to create and adopt a new way of life. A new tree of life is coming to a dawn. And what we need to do is create a true blueprint which allows us to live life in every breath in service of something larger than us. So I really would invite all of you here and now to really adopt the mindset of one of my favorite quotes in the world, which is, courage is not the absence of fear, but the judgment that something more important, like love and compassion, matter more than fear itself. The brave may not live forever, but the cautious do not live at all. This quote is at the heart of what we have to do here and now. We should never doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens can change the world, and indeed, it is the only thing that ever has. Margaret Mead said this, and this has stayed with me throughout. And that's why I'm going to invite a few extraordinary women, human beings back on stage, including Michelle. Michelle, can you please come back on stage, please? Because I really believe at the heart of what we have to do here and now is become a small group of committed, extraordinary citizens, and we have to team together. Because if you want to go fast, you can go alone. But if you want to go far, you go together. And that's the whole point of the age of AI. We want to go faster and further than we ever have before because we can. Tenzin, this way. Jack, Lena. I hate doing things alone. That's why I'm the founder of We the Planet and We the Future. Everything about me is about we. So the reason I brought all of them up on stage is each one of these, firstly, give it up for Michelle. She's the reason we're all here.
Thank you for being here.
And Jack, you're doing something unbelievable in the city. You're bringing consciousness to spaces and well-being. And I want to make sure that everyone knows what you're doing. Can you share a little bit about what you're up to?
Yeah, so my name is Jack, and I'm creating a space called Moonrise. Essentially, I took over the first ever train tunnel in New York City, which essentially inspired underground transportation, and I'm using it as a self-cultivating space and cultivating internal transformation from that place in Tribeca, and it will be completed by fall. So thank you.
And Lena, you're doing the same thing up in the north. You're doing something amazing. You've done it for the last 3 years. I'd love for you to share.
Hey everyone, happy Earth Day. We're here at the intersection of building living systems, regeneration, and really planting these seeds of consciousness into action. And so all of the ways that everybody can participate with loving their mother, loving this earth, loving life, these are all gifts to give today and every day.
And I want Tenzin to have the final word, who's going out as a warrior to save our planet with life in every breath.
I don't think there's any warriors other than those that are showing up to do this work urgently. I'd like to rephrase the word urgency. I think that too often in our society, and Carl, maybe you would agree with me, that urgency in the Western context is about who's the loudest and can show up with the loudest voice. But in the indigenous culture, urgency is about showing up every single day to solve the same problem every single day consistently. So the more consistent we are, the more urgent we are. So can we please be urgent by being consistent?
Thank you.